CJ Stander, our own George-born Irish international and British Lion rugby player, was in George on holiday after the grueling Lions tour to New Zealand. I caught up with him at his parents' farm in Geelhoudboom. Hello CJ, are you currently in South Africa on holiday?
Yeah, I got a few weeks off after the tour to New Zealand. So I'm traveling around between Bloemfontein and on the farm for a week and a half, and then to Cape Town for a few days to go see some family, and then heading back to go work again.
CJ, did you grow up here in the Southern Cape, and where did you go to school?
Yeah, I was born in George, and I was raised in George in Blanco, and then we moved to the farm when I was 12. People used to think that I was born in Riversdale, but I went to high school in Oakdale. I just loved the school, and I wanted to learn something from the farm, and I just liked the way that the school raised the kids and what I got out of the school. So yeah, I was in primary school in Blanco, and that's where I grew up here and in the surrounding areas.
Okay, so you're a real Southern Cape kid, if you can say it like that.
Yeah, they can say I'm original Southern Cape kid. That's the only thing I really knew before I left for Ireland, and I grew up here, and everyone around the area knew me, and I used to be on the farm all the time and drive between the farms and just say hi to everyone. So yeah, I'm original, as you can say that way.
How old were you when you started playing rugby?
Yeah, I was about between 6 and 7. I was in Blanco Primary, as I just said earlier, and I started with athletics when I was in school, and my coach Boris Barnard, he had a big love for rugby and just sport in general, and he said to me, look, I think you're a good size and you would love the game of rugby, so he pushed me in there, and my whole family played rugby. My dad played a bit for Blanco, the club team, and a bit for SWD, and my grandfather and all my uncles, everyone played, and it was love from first sight, and that's why I started playing, and I had so much fun in my first year that I never looked back from there.
So it's just a natural in your family to play rugby? Yeah,
you could say I'm a thoroughbred rugby player, because I think everyone in my family played since they were 6, and it was just from my grandfather. I think his father and his grandfather also played, and there was never a doubt that I would play in school or after school a bit of rugby, if it was for SWD or whoever, that would be part of my lifestyle, and I think it's a good lifestyle. I enjoyed a lot, and I learned a lot out of the game, it made me a bit tougher in life also, because you need to be tough a bit to play the game.
Your brother is also playing rugby here for the SVD Eagles.
Yeah, he's a loose forward. He captained the side last year. I think he's bigger and stronger than me, and I think he's a bit of a better physical rugby player than me. So I really don't want to play against him at some stage, because he's a big man. So yeah, it's been always in the family. He was a bit smaller than me when we grew up, so I had an upper hand on him, but now he's a bit bigger than me. So I tend to stand off and just let him be. So he plays for the SWD Eagles. I've watched a few games of him, and I'm very impressed the way he plays, and I enjoy his leadership. He's a hard man, a tough man. He demands a lot from his players.
Fantastic. What made you decide to go overseas to further your rugby career?
So I moved from Oakdale. I went straight to the Blue Bulls in Pretoria, and I had a great time there, played a lot, and got to a point in my career where I needed to make a decision where people felt that I was a bit small for the game. At that stage, as playing flanker, I needed to move to hooker, and I just felt that there's something else out there for me, and the chance to came up to play for Munster, and that was really the last resort for me. So I took that, and I've never looked back really. I think I arrived there, and I just enjoyed the lifestyle and the culture and the way they play the game, and I'm thankful for that I got the opportunity, and I'm also thankful for the people that told me I'm too small to let me go, and I told my family I've never looked back really, and they supported me from day one, because at that stage I was a young guy, 21, and I just had a fiance and not a lot of experience living abroad or even traveling abroad, and they made it a lot easier by supporting me and coming over and making sure that I enjoy it, and I think the people over there just dragged me into the culture and into the way that the country and the town we live in work, and they made us feel involved and valued, you know. And yeah, I've never looked back and enjoyed it over there. It's a great place.
Okay, how did the different countries, European countries that makes up the Lion team, how did they gel?
Yeah, I think the type of team and the players I picked, they knew that they would gel from week one. You know, I think we had a good few weeks together leading up to the tour. That we had a lot of team activities where we needed to work together and work with different boys from different countries. And I think a guy like James Haskell and Rory Best, they made an atmosphere where everyone enjoyed it and just made it enjoyable off the training pitch, and sorted out dinners and nights where we could go out as a group and had dinner together and just go to training the next day and to go and enjoy it, you know. And I think we had one goal to beat New Zealand. I think everyone wanted to be part of that challenge, and I think that made it especially, you know, everyone got together towards that goal, and no one really felt that they're bigger than anyone else. It was all about the cause and the challenge we had, and the one we can look forward to. And after that second game, I think everyone knew exactly how hard we worked to get there and how well we gelled, and I think it showed on the pitch, and it was a special occasion.
Yeah, nee, that was definitely a great game. And just basically, how do you feel our Lions' chances are against the Crusaders this up-and-coming Saturday?
I think they have a great chance. You know, I think they got a good wake-up call against the Sharks 2 weeks earlier, and then last week, I think first half they didn't really. Well, they played a good game. They just made a few mistakes, but I think they saw the way they need to play on the second half against the Crusaders, and I think that's the way you need to play against them. You know, you need to be in their face and starve them from ball and just take away their confidence. Because if you can do that, you could see it in the second half last week that they don't throw balls around. They don't just kick balls to gather it back. You know, and I think they know the way they wanted to play, and what I enjoy most of them is they enjoy the game and they play for each other. There's no big individuals in the team that feels they're bigger than someone else, and they play for the Lord and they show it, you know, and they have this confidence that they can go out and beat any team, and that's the way I like to play, and I like to see that from teams playing together, and I'm looking forward to the Saturday. I think they have a great chance. New Zealand have to fly a big flight here over here, and it's a 10-hour difference, and the jet lag is, people say, I thought it was a myth, but I got over there and I was so tired for the first 3 days. It took me 10 days to get over it. So, look, it's going to be a big challenge. They're a very good side. We beat them, but narrowly, and it was a tough game. And we were a bunch of international boys. And I think everyone can look forward to this weekend. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah. And then, basically, how do you feel about what do you think about South African rugby at the moment?
I think they're picking up their form. You know, I think they had a good series against France, and I think it shows when the Lions can show everyone if you play for each other and you play for the game and you want to leave the jersey in a better place, then you can make a difference. And I think that's probably the way they're going to start playing. And the players need to concentrate on what they can do on the pitch and not really worry about off the pitch stuff. And I think everyone in that jersey at the moment works hard, and if they can just keep up that momentum and that way of thinking and playing, I think then they'll pick up the game again, and then the Springboks will be at a level that they can be up there and beat and win New Zealand, you know. And I think they have realised that, and I think the coaching staff and everyone is backing that way of thinking and playing. And they can only go up from here, so that's also a good thing. I always try to look at the positives, and we're playing against them in November in Dublin, so looking forward to that again. I think we lost a series here last year, and we felt that we could have maybe won the third game. So there's going to be a fourth one. So it's going to maybe be 2-2 or 3-1. You know. So looking forward to that challenge.
Well, I have to be sorry, but I will shout for the Springboks. but I will have a soft spot for you as well when you play.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the same way. A lot of people support anyway, so that's good.
I will support you, not the Irish. Okay.
right.
What do you think is South African, the Springboks' chances on this up-and-coming Fourth Nation Championship series against New Zealand?
I think Saturday, if the Lions can beat the Crusaders, is going to be a good sign. You know, then you know where you stand. I think when the Super Rugby teams perform well, in history. If they perform well in the Super Rugby, then the Four Nations they perform and the Springboks perform. So it all depends on that. Depends on the team they pick, and but I think the chances. Are up there. I think the Lions have proved that you can beat New Zealand. You can beat New Zealand, and if you play the way that the Lions played last week, the way we've played in our Lions tour, in the second and third test, if you just take the ball away, as I said earlier, take the ball away and just be in their face that they're beatable, and I think previous years they were unbeaten for 18, 19 games in a row, and then you feel that your confidence is already shot before you play the game. So yeah, I think there's a great opportunity and there's a great chance, and that's a good opportunity for them to see where they stand, especially on Saturday. If the Lions can pull it through, I think, well, anything is possible. It doesn't matter if a team doesn't pitch up the day, then anyone can take them. So, but if they pitch up, there's going to be trouble. So that's the other thing.
Yeah. CJ, tell me, is there any chance that you will come back to South Africa to play provincially again here?
I don't think so. I enjoy the Munster tradition and where they came from and what they're doing at the moment, and I feel that I'm part of not just the team. I feel I'm part of the tradition and the history there, and I feel I'm part of the bigger group, and I really enjoy my rugby there, and I enjoy the town I'm living in, and yeah, it's tough. Sometimes it's far from home, but we've made Limerick our home, and we've made it a special place, and we've got our own place there, and we've got our dogs and our friends there. So yeah, look, that's our home now, and we enjoy it there, and I enjoy the rugby, and yeah, you can't say you can't never come back. You can't use that word, but I feel that that's my home, and I enjoy the rugby there, as I said, and yeah, I think if they want me, I'll finish up there because I enjoy the way they play and the way they think.
What is one of the most proudest moments that you had on the rugby field?
Look, there's a lot.
Or just some of them,
Yeah.
at least.
To get my first cap for Ireland was very special. The biggest one for me was beating New Zealand in Chicago. That was something we worked hard to, and we spoke a lot a year previously towards that game because we knew we had that, and that's the one chance we had to be the world's best. And it was just a great week, great day playing, and then afterwards on the pitch, I think the stadium takes about 90,000, and I think there was about 70,000 Irish supporters, and I was singing, and you could see people crying, and
They can sing.
yeah, and it was just a great occasion. So yeah, that was the proudest moment. And then pulling on the British and Irish jersey and getting onto the pitch in the third test and second half, I feel that that is a career high that I probably never will get again. If maybe if I can save myself for 4 years and get the opportunity again, but that is something that I can always look back to and tell my kids and my family I was there in that team and I was involved in that group, and we made history. So yeah, those are the three special moments.
What advice can you give to any youngster that wants to start playing rugby, or maybe even a life lesson that you have learned? So is there anything you can give them?
Yeah, I said it to my wife, and while we were driving on this weekend, I think no one owes you anything in life. You can't expect to get everything in life or just get an easy ride. People are going to make it difficult for you along the road. People are going to be in your way. People are going to tell you different stuff that you can't do at all, and stuff that you can do. You just need to work hard. Make sure that if you go home, or I feel anyway, if you go home after a day's work, doesn't matter what you do, rugby, work, if you are a farmer or you work doesn't matter, as a truck driver, you need to make sure that you've done your work and worked harder than anyone else. So that if you go home, that you can have a feeling in your heart that no one could get close to you what you did today. And if you start tomorrow, you start from new. So I feel always work harder than everyone else. You can always pitch up with talent, but if the guy next to you ran 2 kilometers extra per day and made sure he recovered well, then you're going to be in trouble. You're not just going to just have big lungs, and that's not going to happen for you. So just work hard, and people are going to be in your way. You just need to make your own road. And take the road that's been given to you. there's decisions that's going to be made in your life that you can't do anything about, but you need to see the positive side of it. And if you want to show people wrong, then do it. Get a motivation, something that motivates you and that drives you. And the thing is, if you want to start playing rugby, I think the big thing is for the parents. You just need to make sure that you support your kids in a positive way and give them a support structure. If they have a problem, that they can come to you and say, Dad or Mom or Granddad or Grandmother, I can't do this or I want to do this. Then you need to sit down and make sure that you give them the right advice and not break their courage, and just let them enjoy it. That's a big thing. Enjoy the game, then it's easy.
I saw a funny thing on YouTube the other day. A skit of an advertisement that you did, and you delivered pizzas to people. Yeah. And their reactions were quite, they were amazed. So how did you feel doing that?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoy doing stuff like that. I think I have a bit of a funny side to me. So look, we went out and people ordered it from the restaurant. It's a delivery company, and I knocked on the door and said, whatever your name is, John, 2 pizzas. And a lot of people recognized me, and they couldn't believe it, and they invited me in to have some food. And I could see, like, this is a family of 4 with 1 pizza. So I said, no, it's fine. And I can't put it out that I eat pizza on TV, so that was a funny part. And there's a few people that didn't recognize me. There's one guy opened the door, and I delivered a pizza, and he even gave me a tip. So I said to him, no, it's fine, you can keep that. And that's the fun part. The other side of it, the town we live in, there's a lot of different cultures, and I enjoy stuff like that, doing that, and just making jokes with people and see people laugh. I enjoy seeing people laugh and making people laugh. That makes my day and makes my week. So it's enjoyable. I enjoyed it.
Well, thank you very much that we could. You actually gave us the time to speak to you. All blessings for you in the future with your rugby game and everything you do.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.